What's good, y'all? Back again, another day, and today is the day that you've all been waiting for. I will be announcing the winners of the 100 subscribers contest. Next goal is 1,000. We're gonna be super ambitious. Good news is we have 110 subs, which means we only have 890 more to go, which means we can get there. Continue to spread the word, continue to like, comment, subscribe, share. I, of course, am Kurt. I'm back again, as we always say. We're just going to do a little bit of Q&A. So I collected a couple questions that people have been asking me over the past few weeks or so. And I've already answered most of them, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to just go ahead on and answer those here for you guys. So also really quick before we get into that, shout out to everybody that's been watching the latest videos. I doubt this is going to become a prank channel. Probably not. More than likely, realistically, it won't be, but the opportunity was just there and I had to grasp it. I had to get wifey. Plus I was feeling sick that whole week. I was down and out, didn't have much going on, so I thought, why not? But yeah, I don't think that's really gonna be our thing, but just had to do it. So anyways, rolling right on. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video. I'll be announcing the winners, but let's go ahead on and get started with the Q&A. So, and of course I'll post the questions right over here so you guys can see them. But the first question I got is, what's up, Brody? Hope all is well. May I get some help with putting together an outfit? And the outfit came with some shoes. Just to elaborate, it is the Air Jordan Chrome 6s, and like I said, I'll put it right there so you can see it. But it then goes on to say, I want to build a flannel and graphic tee look around these, and it is the Air Jordan 6 Chrome, which is the black and gray colorway. Something like that. I would say keep it simple. Walmart, bruh. Go to Walmart, and which is what I actually told them. Go to Walmart and get a really nice flannel. I actually have a black and gray flannel that I wore in various videos that I got from Walmart. And you know, you'd be surprised how many compliments I get on that flannel. And it's like, man, if y'all only knew. It's not necessarily where you get things from, it's how you put it together. So in this case, I just told him to go with the flannel, since that's what he wanted to wear, and maybe a solid black tee instead of a graphic tee, and some darker jeans. You know, keep it simple. Sometimes less is more as well, whether it's the price or the amount of things that you put on. Less is more. You know, it's good to have Louis Vuitton, it's good to have high-end luxury and all that stuff, but you don't really need it to be fresh. I know a lot of people, they depend on brands and they feel like they have to have high-end luxury items, and they just throw them on top of each other and look crazy. And I know some people that only shop vintage and thrift, and you know, they look crazy. It's all about putting together an outfit that really, at the end of the day, you feel comfortable in, and you feel like, you know, when you're walking out, you look good in that. And you know, I really try not to get into fashion too much, even though I really like looking nice, because fashion just seems so superficial, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love putting on things and getting fresh and going places, but my thing has always been, what's the substance behind it? Like, even in college when I was putting on a bunch of stuff, you know, it was because I had a message behind it. It's a story that I want to spread. It's things that I want to go and focus on. You know, fashion is just like the sprinkling to let people figure out who you are, or to get people to come to you. It's like an advertisement. And once you get that attention, you have to have some substance or something behind it. So, you know, not to go too far on a tangent, it was just something simple. Like I said, a black tee, black jeans, and a flannel. You can't go wrong with that. So that was the answer to that question. The next one was, what would you say was your biggest sacrifice during your come up or when you were grinding? And you know, I know that the person that asked me this question didn't mean it that way, but I kind of got offended because I never stopped grinding and I'm still coming up. And, you know, that's kind of one of the things when you have goals. It's funny that, you know, people think that, you know, you reach a point and that point might be good, but that point is nowhere near where you feel like you should be. So I think I'm gonna have to break. My bad. Camera went out there for a second. Amir has just came to join. But anyways, like I was saying, you know, I never really stopped grinding. I never really stopped wanting more. So the bar is still very high for me, and I still feel like I have a very long way to go. So, you know, when it was like, when you weren't grinding, it's like, I never stopped, you know, or the sacrifices that I made. But anyway, to kind of answer the question, initially, the biggest sacrifices I made, I say, would be time and money, believe it or not. Time, I missed out on a lot of stuff. There was just things that I couldn't do because I was focused on learning and developing a skill set. And so I just didn't have the time to do a lot of other things. Like I wasn't partying or hanging out or anything like that, or taking trips, or, you know, a lot of things. It was just time focused on learning a skill set. And then money, of course. You know, when you're learning, you kind of don't have anything that you could bring to the marketplace, so you have to leverage that time. And in that time, you're not getting paid that much. So, you know, it would have been really easy to just build something and run with it and, you know, not focus on a skill set and learning and growing and developing. Or, you know, just taking that time and learning and understanding that the learning will come at a cost. So I took that route, and, you know, like I said, it was a lot of sacrifice and a lot of, you know, dark days and tough times, man. But, you know, honestly, I'm grateful for those, because those let me know that I can persevere and overcome a lot of different things. So, you know, I definitely encourage anybody to always go after things that scare you, or go after things that, you know, may make you uncomfortable, or things that you don't really know much about, because you'll learn so much in the process. It'll be extremely worth it. But, you know, I've never stopped grinding, so there's that. I'm still grinding to this day. I'm still seeking more. Like, I'm nowhere near where I want to be at all. I actually feel like I'm behind schedule, but, you know, it is what it is. Next question. This is not really a question, it's more of a statement, but I thought it was pretty good. No clue how you share the personal. Salute to y'all. You know, sharing personal stuff is kind of rough, man. You know, I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that. Like, it's something that I'm still wrestling with and still grappling with. Figuring out how much to share and what we want to put on the internet and what we don't want to put on the internet. I mean, Amir's first 7 months, we didn't even post pictures of him at all. Like, he was not on the internet whatsoever, simply because that was something that we wanted to keep personal. So, you know, I would say that I am trying to find, well, we are working on finding a healthy balance doing that. I don't know what the right answer is, and, you know, I don't know that there is a right answer. It's just trying to protect what we can and share what we feel comfortable sharing. And if we don't feel like sharing it, we won't share it. Or, you know, if we change our minds and want to share it later, that's what we'll do. But, you know, everything isn't for everybody, and everything isn't meant for the internet. There's a lot of stuff that we just don't post, and we never will post, and never will talk about it, and that's just that. But, you know, the things that we do, you know, it's kind of contained, and we make the most out of it. So hopefully people watch it and they enjoy it and they take something from it, and, you know, it's kind of that. Let me see. The next one. What's that place in Charlotte where you went to that has the vintage clothing? I'm looking for some vintage jersey. And, you know, I kind of read that. I'm going to post it, you know, that grammar's a little off, but, you know, I understood what the concept was. So, I'm going to post the links. I think that'll probably be the easiest, but there's a lot of vintage stores here in Charlotte. The vintage market is very, very saturated, I would say. You know, there's a lot of people selling a lot of vintage things outside of your actual Goodwill and your actual Salvation Army. there's a lot of resale places. You got a lot of resale sneaker places. You got a lot of vintage stores. You got a lot of thrift stores. There's just a lot going on here, which, you know, it is a pretty cool community to be tapped into. And I think we might have a pinky toe in it. But, yeah, I just post up here. You can see some of the places. All of them are super cool. The ones that we've been in, nobody is too cool to stop and talk to you or answer any questions that you have. I hate that type of customer service where it's like, you know, people are employees at a cool store and they think that they're just above people, but it's like, bro, you're an employee. Like, these aren't your sneakers. This isn't your store. You just work here. You know what I'm saying? So it is pretty cool that the community is very helpful and open, and, you know, it's not really that many people that have bad personalities or attitudes out here. So yeah, I'm gonna just, like I said, drop some links and y'all can check them out. I'm not gonna gatekeep. It is what it is. And then another question, wanted to know your perspective on how did you know the time was right? Were you nervous? That sort of thing. And this one, it's another personal question, I'll say. Everybody has their own time frame of when they'll know that the time for them to get married to somebody or to be with somebody is right. You know, everybody has their own criteria. For some people it may be 5 years, some people it may be 3 months, some people it may be 10 years, you know. There is no specific time where, you know, you say, all right, this is it. You know, I would say you would at least want to make sure that you have a baseline or a general understanding of that person, and, you know, you want to see how they are in good times, how they are in bad times, and, you know, what it's like when you argue, if you ever argue. Do you never argue and that person's just a people pleaser? Like, you need to, you know, kind of weigh out everything. Can you be with this person and not, can you sit in the house with that person? You know, that's one of the good things about COVID. During that time, you know, you didn't have a choice but to sit in the house and figure out whether you like somebody or not. So it kind of sped up a lot of timelines. You know, it was no distractions or going out and doing all this other stuff. So, you know, if you were talking to somebody or you were involved with somebody, you know, you really got to know that person. So I would say the biggest thing is just what you got. Yeah. Amir's chiming in like he know when the right time is. But, you know, I mean, I don't think there really is a right answer of, you know, what the time is. You know, it's just what you feel like. If you feel like you know this person and you trust this person, and, you know, you feel like this person has your back and you feel like you have their back, then, I mean, go for it. I think today we put a lot of unnecessary pressure on marriage, and we focus more on short-term relationships when a lot of those don't really go anywhere. But when you're married to someone, you know, you actually build and grow with that person, and you learn together, and, you know, everything's an experience, and marriage isn't for everybody, you know. But if you are interested in being married and you feel like that person is right for you, then, you know, you definitely want to take steps in motion to move in that direction. Yeah, I mean, 50, 60 years ago, people was getting married at 15, 16. So, I mean, you don't have to wait until you're 30. You don't have to live your life and then get married. It's all about what you want and what you see for your life. And, you know, if it aligns with that other person, then, you know, you get married and figure the rest out. And then another one, this wasn't really a question, it was a suggestion. Somebody recommended that we go check out, not Camp North End, the other spot. Yeah, Camp North End. We go to Camp North End, and this was more like a request. What?
It was Optimus Hall.
Optimus Hall. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. It was Optimus Hall. My producer just corrected me. It was not Camp North End. It was Optimus Hall. So yeah, shout out to you for making that suggestion. I've been to Optimus Hall a few times, but we never recorded there, so I think that would be a pretty good episode. We would just have to make sure that we go there on an empty stomach because there's a lot of different restaurants there, and just kick it. So Optimus Hall is definitely coming up in the near future. We got a special one coming about that one. So yeah, that is the list. Oh, and then somebody was trolling and asked why Tommy always wear bonnets. I guess because she want to wear bonnets. I don't know. Shoot, she grown. That's what she want to do. That's why she wear bonnets. But moving right along, I'm gonna sit Amir down for a second. All right, so without further ado, let's see what we got. Spinning, spinning, spinning. And looks like the winner is Keisha Ahmad. Congratulations, we have a winner. Keisha Ahmad. So, shout out to you. Let me know your Cash App or however you want to receive your funds. And that's it, guys. Make sure you stay tuned. We appreciate your subscriptions. We appreciate everything. Continue to watch the channel. Continue to share, subscribe, the whole nine. Tell everybody. And we're going to keep it coming. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this where we're just sitting in the house chilling, talking, going through questions and answers. If you have some questions, submit them in the comment section and we will get to those as well. But until then, we will holla at you the next one.